Now, just by chance, I got something really cool to show you. And we're getting ready to ship off a set of race shocks to one of our customers who's building kind of a cool NASA AIX car. And he was so kind to let me hang on to these for a couple extra days so I could show you some real race shocks. These are the JRZ Motorsports 11 series. Can you see that on there? JRZ. Now, the JRZs are a shock that I got familiarized with Paul when he won the Pirelli World Challenge GTS Championship. He had JRZ shocks, and I can tell you that was one of the keys for him winning so many races because they just work really well. There's a lot of pictures of Paul with two wheels in the air going across curbs. And with the valving that comes in the Motorsport JRZs, he was able to use the curbs to his advantage. And if you get the wrong shock, you hit a curb, it's going to unsettle the car. You got the right shock, you can actually use the curb to go faster. And we use, because of that, JRZ came out with RS series, which we use pretty heavily for our track day cars and street performance cars, and the single adjustable. And the RS series is they take the race shock technology and they kind of like move it down a little bit, so we get the price points more affordable for the average track day guy. But there's so many cool things about these. Probably see this great big thing here, remote canister. Now, in race cars, remote canisters are almost mandatory. The remote canister is the bump adjust. You see that on there. And a lot of shocks, double adjustable shocks, you have your rebound adjustment on the top and then the bump adjustment on the bottom. Well, if you're in professional racing, if you're out there testing, trying to get the car set up, it's kind of a pain to have to jack the car up and crawl under and adjust the bump. Where if this is neatly positioned, like in the front, under the hood, not too far from the shock, then you just pop the hood and do a couple of clicks to adjust the bump, adjust the rebound. Same thing, we stick them in the trunk, so they're easy to get to. Some other cool things is that this is like, see how freely this moves? Now, any of the coilover shocks that you get from us will come just like this, completely built with an initial adjustment in there. I put in there and I custom select the springs specifically for individuals and how they're going to use it. But also what we do is underneath the spring on the bottom, let me get this picked up, we've got this really nifty thrust washer. That goes down here. That does two things. One, it makes it a lot easier when you're adjusting ride height, but also when the spring's going up and down and everything's working like crazy, you're going to get these little twitches in the spring. And by having a thrust bearing at the bottom and the Motorsports come with one at the top, then there's a lot of free movement. You're not going to get any bind, and the spring's going to work at 100% efficiency. And some other cool things. Oh boy, these are heavy. But I don't know if you can see the size of the shaft that's in there. It's a 25 millimeter shaft. That's about 1 inch thick shaft. I think most of the shocks that you get over the counter, like maybe 5/8 shaft size, or this is like almost a full inch, which means you're going to get very little deflection. So I mean, I could go on and on about the superior valving, but this is the real deal. These are real professional grade race shocks. And you're going, that's pretty cool. What do they cost? Well, it's about $8,000 for a set. So that's $2,000 a shock. So that's what I say. These are real professional grade shocks. And